Hello, everybody. Yes, here we are. So hit go live and you wait for the little red light. I'm Captain Jim Palmer, the Dream Business Coach. I'm the founder of the Dream Business Mastermind and Coaching Program, the most ultimate virtual mastermind for entrepreneurs who are seeking faster levels of growth. I'm also the host of Dream Business Radio. And although this is kind of our normal time slot for a live interview edition of Dream Business Radio, I'm going to be doing the least amount of work I've ever done at this time, because I'm actually hosting a 1-hour webinar on content marketing, content creation, how to create content, because we live in a content-driven society. Content, it's like the content marketing beast. How do you feed that thing, right? My guest today is nationally recognized expert Jeff Herring. He is the creator of Content Creation Nation and Smart Content Income. He's got several other things, but I'm just going to mention those two. His students and members discover how to create and repurpose and profit, which is very important, from all kinds of content. Jeff is a single dad of 2 sons. He has 2 dogs. He has a brand new grandson. I don't know how brand new it is anymore. This is the introduction I used.
We just celebrated his 1 year anniversary.
Oh, and he has a grandson who just celebrated 1 year. There we go.
There you go.
I met Jeff like a dozen years ago at a Glazer Kennedy event. And just for full disclosure, he is a member of the Dream Business Mastermind and Coaching Program because he's a super smart entrepreneur, and everyone is. So anyway, how you doing today, Jeff?
Doing great. Another day in paradise. How about you on the floating home?
We're on the floating home in Vero Beach, Florida, on our way up to New Smyrna Beach and then St. Augustine. So we're making some good.
Here's a Vero Beach story.
Okay.
It's probably not like this now, but in 1982,
hello,
I got
Adam.
my master's in counseling psychology, and was the first in my class to get a job. But it was in Vero Beach, Florida.
Okay.
I was 24, and to see someone my age was an event. Now, going from a college campus to that world, the only date I had there, I was 24, right, was with a 37-year-old woman. And as I like to say, I spent a year there one summer. I got the heck out of there. Went back to Colorado.
Oh, my goodness. So, Jeff, at this point, I think I'm going to turn over the hosting duties to you because I really don't have much to do. Are you ready to go? Present some good stuff?
Bring up those slides and we'll dive in, kids.
Bring up the slides. Here we go. It's all you, Jeff.
Okay, so feel free to do 2 things. Ask questions, comments, all that kind of stuff. And also, I'm going to ask you to interact in just a little bit because we're going to dive right in to creating content. Okay? So, create with purpose, promote with grace, profit with ease. Now, here's the thing, folks. You get good at this create with purpose part and then promote with grace, you're going to profit with ease. They build on each other. So let's dive in. Okay. I do want to tell you I will invite you in to the content cash flow system. And when we're done here, if and only if I deliver on all my promises. And that down there in the corner is something that I do for all of these webinars. I call it my charity sponsor. And Jim, Lighthouse Family Retreat is out of Atlanta, and it works with families living through childhood cancer. Mm-hmm. And every summer, actually, there's 2 retreats going on now for spring break. But from spring break to fall break, they take families down to the coast and give them a week-long holiday.
Oh, it's awesome.
And we do everything for them. And it's incredible. The first time we went, Caleb was 14, so that was 6 years ago. Because it's in Florida, so it's hot, like in July, right?
Yeah.
So on the hardest, most miserable day, my then 14-year-old son looks up at me and says, "Daddy, can we do this every year?"
How proud.
If you say no to that, you don't even die. The ground opens up and you go straight to hell. Yep. So we've been doing it every year since. So I tell you this. One,
and I follow a lot of what you do, Jeff. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you really set the bar high for someone who gives back and serves, and you're always doing, church events, retreats. I know you work with homeless. I mean, you do a lot of stuff. I'm just, my hat's off to you.
Well, thank you. And give that hat to my dad, because he worked for federal housing growing up. And the first time I remember this was in Miami. he would go around during the week and see people that had nothing, 50 people in a 2 bedroom house, right? And so on the weekend, the way we did church for a while is we put whatever our extra was in the that paneled station wagon and went and delivered it to these folks. And
Nice.
I didn't realize till later that we were like barely middle class, but I thought we were rich because we gave stuff away every Sunday. So
there you go.
I got to give credit where credit is due. So
all right, let's rock and roll. Thank you.
All right, so there are more people. This is, man, burn this into your brain. I've been saying this for 15 years. There are more people waiting to hear your message who can only hear it from you than you can ever get to in your lifetime, which is why I never accept the excuse, well, my niche is crowded.
Yeah.
No, you're not till you're there. Okay. Now, along with this comes 7 superpowers, okay, that we're going to touch on as we go through this. But it's content ideation, content creation, content repurposing. We're going to focus on the creation today, and then visibility, traffic, list building, and profit. So as I tell my students, start shopping for your cape. All right. And then one more, you'll tell me where this is from. Tell me where this is derived from, Jim.
The rising tide of your content lifts all boats. Yeah, go ahead. I don't. You're taxing my brain. Go ahead.
It's taken from one of Dan's quotes, but just applied to content.
There you go.
With his permission. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to dive into a place called Medium. It's medium.com. That is the #1 place to publish your content, folks. And so we're going to do this demo there. Okay. And the cool thing about this is that for every piece of content you put up there, when you join the partner program, you get paid for the time people are on your content. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
hey, I just want to, I'll just jump in real quick here. And I got to promise not to do this because I don't want to be here.
I invited you to. Go ahead.
So, I interviewed Jeff like 60 days ago, 90 days ago, and he mentioned Medium. And I'm like, what's Medium? I mean, I am a content machine myself. I think I've earned that reputation, but I'm like, I've never heard of Medium. So Jeff told me all about it, how it's working. And I did what any smart entrepreneur did. I hired Jeff to run my Medium campaign, and it's going gangbusters. So Medium, if you've never heard of it, wow, you pay attention here.
Maybe we ought to do a follow-up sometime and I'll teach Medium. Mm-hmm. All right. So what you're going to be invited into is a series of content promotion, product creation, and promotion genius templates. We're going to use one here. It's my favorite, called the 3 Mistakes template. And the reason it's my favorite is if you read a title that says 3 profit-sucking mistakes in whatever your niche is, you're going to have 1 or 2 reactions. Either you're going to say, well, I don't make any of those mistakes and I'm going to go prove it. And they're consuming your content. Or people are going to say, gosh, I don't even know what the mistakes are. I better go find out. And they're consuming your content. So it's good at hooking people in. And so what I'm going to do is walk through this with you. And I'm going to fill in the blanks and invite you to do that at home or in your office or on your boat. And feel free to put what you come up with here in the chat. And we'll celebrate it and make it better if we can. So up here, we've got 3 negative adjective niche topic mistakes. Okay. So what I could fill that in with, I'll do the negative adjective that I just gave you a hint of. 3, profit sucking. How's that for negative? And let's talk about content profit. Okay. So 3 profit sucking content profit mistakes. So if you're into profiting with your content like I am and my students are, this is going to get your attention, right? And the cool thing about this place is you can click like here and then you've got your subheading, okay? Which ones are you making? Don't say anything about my typing errors.
And I'll let that go.
You try talking and typing at the same time.
I know. I'm impressed you're even doing it live.
So yeah, right. But don't worry, I won't do math live. I'll never do that live. All right. The other cool thing about Medium is it gives you want to have graphics there. Okay. And it gives you a super easy way to do it because they're associated with Unsplash. So you just hit there, then hit here, and any keywords you want. Okay, so like if we wanted to do woman truck, well, here's all these different ones, right? That looks kind of cool. So we type it in, put it in there, and now you've got a compelling graphic, right? And already gives credit here. Okay, so the cool thing is
that's really cool.
Isn't that neat?
Yes.
You come here and look, we've made it. Remember, we've made it fill in the blank easy for you folks. And so all you do from the niche topic here, you bring it down, and now we've got content profit mistake number 1. So you name the mistake. Believing content is only for promotion. Die-hard bloggers still believe this. Don't die hard with them. Now, anybody can talk about the mistakes, just like anybody can be a critic, right? What sets you apart is to tell them what to do instead. Okay. So here's the what to do instead, and you deliver that tip here. So I would say something like, there are at least 21 simple ways to profit with each piece of content. Hey, Craig, how you doing, buddy? And so now that's the outline of the first one. Okay. Now I would go back and I would beef this up a little bit. I would add a little bit. Okay. But really all you're doing is name the mistake, explain it, and give them what to do instead. Come down here. Remember, we're making it easy. Cut and paste, copy and paste, name the mistake. So mistake number 2 is, let's see, creating content, offering it to others for a fee, nothing happens, and you give up. Okay. So, what would happen if you just went to the gym one day a month? Well, you wouldn't get any results. Or you could say, then you could say, well, goodness, this this working out stuff doesn't work. No, you're not working. Okay, so you want to be regular with this. Let's see, Facebook user who I can't see who it is. Maybe you can, Jim. I can see how this can enable you to quickly fire out content and raise your production volume without having to think real hard. Yep, I'm jotting down my own ideas as I watch this. That's exactly what I want you to do. Thank you.
The greatest thing, first of all, you're giving a good lesson on how to have engaging content that people will actually read, right? We're not giving them 25,000 words. But the other thing is this template. I mean, I don't know the expression brain dead simple or whatever, but it's almost that simple because if you know your topic and you follow the template, you're filling in the blanks with what you know here. Even though you may have blank page syndrome, when you have the template, boom, that basically erases blank page syndrome.
Yeah, that blank page syndrome will never happen again. You'll never stare at that ugly blinking cursor making fun of you. And it really is. You said the right phrase, Jim. It's fill in the blank simple. Okay. So what to do instead? Consistency is the key. Show up with the digital products you've created with your content, okay, which is going to lead us into mistake number 3, okay? And we'll go back and clean some of this up.
Yeah.
in just a minute.
People are forgiving because you're teaching them good stuff. So don't worry about any little mistakes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to brighten some things, bold some things. Okay. Content profit mistake number 3. Now, this is the gem, folks. The GEM, not the JIM. Okay. Let's see. Believing you have to start over to create products. Okay. So many entrepreneurs get stuck here. I could go on about that. Okay.
Yep.
What to do instead? Here's the bottom line cool thing about my system. Okay. When you're creating your content like this, when you're creating your promotional content, you're also creating your info products. And I'm going to, that's just dropping a little hint. I'm going to show you how in just a little bit. Okay. So use the same content you created for promo as the starting point for your products. Okay. So just in that amount of time, we've got 3 mistakes on what to do instead. Right. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate all y'all that are doing the same thing out there. Okay. Now, here's where it gets even cooler, because Jim, you ever been?
I'm sorry, what?
You ever been at a workshop and a person's talking and then they get to the pitch and their whole demeanor, their whole voice, everything changes, right? Okay.
Yeah, because they go into what they consider sales mode instead of invitation to further your education mode.
That's exactly right.
It's a little bit of a mindset thing right there, folks.
Invitations, right? Okay. So the same thing happens with your written content. A lot of people will say, we'll end it here and then have the offer. No. You want it to flow right out of what you've just written. Okay. So bonus tip. Okay. Here's where you would give your best tip. Okay. And then you'd say something like, you can get started with profitable content when you get my profitable content guide. I just made this up. When you visit, and then you give the link, right?
Yep.
Now, you can do this for an opt-in to build your list. You can also do this as an offer. Okay. One of the things I love doing on Medium, Jim, is I have Samcart, which allows you to do a name your own price thing, mm-hmm. right? So I send them there. They can spend between $1 and $47 on a template, right? 95% of the people that do that, whatever they do, whether it's $1 or the $47, 97% of the people that do that either get a few more templates or get the whole set like you guys are going to get today. Okay. And it just sits there at the end of an article. You've given them good stuff. They're wondering about how to get more from you. Boom. Okay. So this is a list builder and a sales kind of content too. Okay. So let's go clean this up a little bit. You want this to flow. So I would make this bold and I would make this bold, and I won't take our time doing the other ones, but you get the idea. Mm-hmm. And then I would do bonus tip bold. I usually at this point put in another graphic just to attract the eye. And so I would go, let's say we did women man truck. Okay, so there. I don't think we're going to put the postman in there. Now we've got 10,000 results to choose from, right? Okay. So that one looks kind of fun. So we'll put that one there. Now, one of the cool things you can do, and I'm going to show you a little bit about Medium to do this. Go into my main Medium page here to do this. And like, this is like what I set up for you, Jim.
What's that picture? About 20 years old?
Oh, come on, man. That was yesterday. It's the same color hair.
Yeah, it's true.
And as long as it stays in, I don't care what color.
That's right. All right.
All right. So we'll go over here and go to stories. And so published stories are here. Drafts are here. So one of the things I keep in my drafts is I call it the end card for articles. All I do is I come over here and I copy this. Okay. I come back over here and post it under my picture, under the last graphic. I'm sorry. So about Jeff Herring, they ask you to do like an intro of you article on Medium. So I traded my couch for a mouse. And then I've got, thank you for subscribing to my content. They click there and subscribe. Every time I publish a new article here, they'll automatically get it in their inbox.
Oh, nice.
And this one, if you're new to Medium, you can join by following this link. When you join Medium at the paid level, which I recommend everybody does, it's a whopping $5 a month or $50 a year. And when you include your link like this, you get $2 and change a month. Okay. So I'm building it out. You know what my goal is? There's 75 million people on Medium. And I just think there's no reason why I can't get 10,000 out of 75 million to do
billion
this, right?
Or a billion?
Million. But 10,000 times $2, that wouldn't be a bad way to start the month.
Yeah, you said you wouldn't do math though, so keep moving on.
Yeah, I took a shot. And so there it is. I'd clean out this stuff, of course. But there it is, graphic to pull people in. And, with a little bit more work, I will publish this. Okay.
Okay.
Which, side note, if you're ever doing a demo like this, folks, do a real one so you can use it later. And so at home or in your office or in your boat, I hope you've played along, because right in front of you, you've got your own piece of content now. Okay.
Wow.
And the cool
So this is something that you would post on Medium.
Right.
Do you post there daily, several times a week, or monthly? Like, what's the frequency you recommend?
Well, let me work up to it. Okay.
Okay.
When you first start, okay, it's going to take you a while. Okay. It takes me maybe 20 minutes to do this with interruptions. It's going to take you a while. Okay. The first goal you want to shoot for is one a week, because if you do less, they'll start forgetting about you. I like to do an article a day. Okay. One, because it's easy for me with the templates. And two, I have two sayings about this. An article a day sends high quality traffic your way, and an article a day keeps recession away. Okay. So, every day, Jim, somebody joins my list through this.
Wow.
And almost every day somebody buys something through this. Okay?
Through Medium, through the Medium articles.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can offer things right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good place to be, bud. Now, as I was saying, this is one of 37 in 4 categories. Okay. Now, those of you that come on board, you're not going to get 37. You're going to get 37 and all the other ones in the future. Okay. Now, there's really 4 things you got to master: content creation, content promotion, product creation from your content, and product promotion. And I'm going to break that down for you in a little bit when we get back to the slides. How'd you like that transition? That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Segway school. Julia, hello. Oh, yeah, sorry, Julie. So are you posting the same content on various platforms daily? I love that question, Julie, because everybody wonders that, right? Because people worry, Jim, about this thing called duplicate content, right? You've heard of that, okay? Duplicate content is this, folks. Let's say Jim had an article on his blog that really broke out and went viral. And Jim thinks, well, if it did that well on one page in my website, let me put it on 10 or maybe 50. Okay. That's black hat. Jim wouldn't do it. That's what Google slaps you for. Okay. What we're talking about, Julie, is repurposing. Okay. And there's repurposing templates in here. Okay. So you know what? Let me show you something, Julie. I think you'll like this. I'm going to go ahead and act like I'm going to publish this.
Okay.
And I will for a little bit. And you can put tags in here. And they tell you what the rate of is there. Okay. Now I'm going to come back here and erase this later. Okay. Because it's not done. But hit publish now. And what happens is, look up here. Okay. You get to repurpose this right away to Facebook, profile, pages, groups, events, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So in about...
Question for you, Jeff. When you hit that button, after you publish it on Medium and you hit the Facebook, is it telling Facebook, hey, I just published an article on Medium, here it is? Or is it posting the article?
It's given the title
and
it's given the link. Let me show you an example.
All right.
Yeah. So you go over here. Pull this down.
Good question, Julie Bartkus.
Yay, Julie. Okay, so there's the graphic, right?
Oh, nice.
Okay. So I could do this to my feed and to my story. Or I could come down here, up here, click on a group, click on share in group, name the group, Smart Content Income. And then I would say something here. I would do a little snippet from the article here, okay? And then post it in a group. I usually post to my profile, my story, and 3 groups, and LinkedIn and Twitter. So I've posted 7 different places in about 10 minutes, right after I finish my article. Now, if you will indulge me, I'm going to go erase this because people are going to be going, what?
They're going to like, what the heck?
Delete story.
I'm a huge fan of repurposing content. So, I mean, that right there is very exciting.
Oh, yeah. And it takes minutes. And then another thing you do is you go over to Pinterest with the graphics you already created here. And there we did that. And make a pin and drive people to your article, right?
Wow.
Okay. And it's all really high quality free traffic. Okay. So now you have a custom content marketing asset that you can use and reuse. Oh, I like that one from Julie. Put that one up there, Jim. Great stuff, Jeff. Who knew? Most people don't. That's why I love teaching this and seeing you do it and running your account for you. All right. So have we delivered so far? Give me a yay or nay in the chat there, folks. Have we delivered so far?
I say hell yes.
Okay, I'll take that hell yes. Now, what I want y'all to be thinking, Julie and Craig and Adam and everybody else, is, wow, this is so simple. I've just got to do it because it really is simple. I only do simple. I don't like complicated. Thank you for that yay, Julie. And so once you get it down, it takes practice. Dana says, loving it. Thank you, Dana. Once you get doing it, once you get practice, it's as easy as what I'm doing here. Okay. Now I'm going to show you and invite you how to take this and run with it. Okay.
By the way, Dana, you got to be all over this, girl. This is good stuff for your new business. Go ahead.
There you
I
go.
said to interject there.
Dana. You want to do this over and over again whenever you need. You'd like to get your hands on an ever-growing supply of Genius templates, currently at 37 plus. That means that you're going to get all the ones in the future. Now, the timing of this is good, Jim, because on Sunday, I'm making a change. Okay. Right now, there's a one-time investment, and that's it. Okay. Come Sunday night at midnight, it's going to be the same one-time investment and then recurring every month. Okay. Because we're adding a weekly training and a monthly Q&A. Okay. And all the other ones. So this is a good time to get in and do a one-time thing. Okay. So we're introducing the content cash flow system and 7 content superpowers. Start shopping for your cape, folks. There's no experience necessary here. Right? Now, like I said earlier, there's only 4 things to master. And now I'm going to show them to you. Content creation, content promotion, profit creation, and profit promotion, or product creation, product promotion. Okay. Each one of these long rectangles represents a template. Okay. So I'm just going to do a demo here to show you the possibilities. All right. Let's say I'm going to use the stop template. Okay. What does that mean? That's where you tell somebody to stop doing something they think they should be doing. And then you say, stop doing it the wrong way and do it this way. Okay. Now, being known for articles, that was a really great title for me. It said, the first time I tried this, I said, stop writing articles. And people are like, what? Which is a reaction you want, right? So we've made that article, right? We created that article. Now I'm going to put that back up and use the one we just created for complete and thorough demo here. You've written your 3 mistakes, right?
Yep.
I've already showed you 7 ways you can repurpose it in 10 minutes, right? Now, the cool thing is, as you go forward, the content you've already created in the 3 mistakes template, you don't start over when you come to promotion. You come over here and use that same content. Okay. Like if I was going to do a YouTube video on this, I would make it what would it be? A 4-slide or 6-slide video, title slide, mistake, what to do instead, mistake, what to do instead, mistake, what to do instead, and then next success step slide with the content you've already created, folks. Same with Pinterest, same with Instagram. You could take it to TikTok, which is not just for kids anymore. You can take it to TikTok, do a 3-minute video and talk about one of the tips and then drive people to the rest of the article. And we've got in there email strategies where this also writes your email for you. Okay. So let's just say we're going to do a YouTube video. We'll bring that down here. Okay. Now let's create a product. Let's create some profit. So let's say we're going to do a course, or now we'll call it a mini course. Remember those 3 mistakes, Jim?
Yes.
At this level, they become 3 modules.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But gosh, what do you put in each module? A video, okay, transcript, article, checklist, template, Q&A, boom. Okay. All with the content you've already created. So you're not starting over, you're just copying and pasting. All right. And so then how do you promote this? Hey, Tim, how do you promote this? Well, lead magnet and opt-in pages to grow a list for this. But, we could do what we're doing now, right? A webinar or a live cast, right? Now, here's the thing. Guess what? You've already written the script for your live cast when you wrote the content, right? And just a little tip about the power of live cast. There is a husband and wife musical group out of Mobile, Alabama, and I know them through a buddy of mine, Andy Andrews. They're called Sugarcane Jane. Now, right before the pandemic, they had all these concerts all over the place, right? In fact, they were going to be here at Eddie's Attic in Atlanta, where John Mayer got his start. So it's a pretty big place. Of course, they had to cancel, right? But they were smart. They started doing a 9:30 p.m. Central show 5 nights a week from their little studio trailer. And they would just sing and talk with people and play requests and, play for about an hour and a half. When people were scared and wanting to gather together, it was a wonderful thing. Well, you know what they had on the Facebook Live site, Jim?
What?
They had a tip jar where you could click the link or you copy the link and go tip them for playing. Okay. They made more money doing the live cast than they would have made on the road. So
very cool.
I know somebody, actually a colleague that I just met this week. And at the end of her emails, she'll say, have I ever answered a question really well for you? And then there's a tip jar link at the end of all our emails. So right there, folks, just pulling those four things down, you can do so much. Now, Jim, somebody smarter than me has got to figure out the formula here because I've forgotten it from stat class and in grad school for psychology. But if you took all of these, and I think the word is permutations, how many combinations could you come up with here?
Oh, good Lord.
And we're not showing you all of them or
Yep.
all of what's coming. So you will never run out of content ideas, promotion ideas, product ideas, and promoting those product ideas. Okay. We have a template to create a lead magnet. Okay. And guess what? Would it surprise you to know that the content from that lead magnet came from the content you created already? Okay. Here's a couple of ways to do that. Some people like to download a blog as a PDF and just read it. Okay. That's one way to have people opt in. Another is to add action questions, 3 to 5 questions designed to get them into action about what they're going to do, about what they just read. And the third way is the article, the action questions, and then you put this really crazy idea underneath that, underneath each question, Jim. You put lines so people can turn it into a journal or a workbook, okay, with the same content you've already created. Okay, so you don't have to start over to create your lead magnets either. Making sense?
Yeah.
All right. So kids, ladies and gentlemen, your mission, should you decide to accept it, is get the content cash flow system and begin changing your world. Not just your clients, but yours too. Okay. So that you can create your content cash flow. Now, Jim, you'll get a kick out of this. Everybody, I made a mistake when I first started naming these or doing these. I called them the custom genius templates. Doesn't that sound cool?
Yeah.
But you know what the problem is?
Somebody's using it?
Well, no, I have it. I own it. But custom genius templates is what it is. Okay. Content cash flow system is what it does, which is why
Gotcha.
it's name. Little bonus tip there. Okay. So if you don't get anything out of this, the number one thing is you can create massive content cash flow. And being smart people of Jim's, I think you might be wondering, will this work for me? How many times you heard that, Jim?
Daily.
That many, huh? And I have a rather, now I like to call it my sense of humor. Some people call it being smart aleck. But my answer is always, do you sell to humans? Because if you sell to humans, this will work. It's based on marketing principles and all the psychology principles I used or learned in 25 years as a private counselor, right? Okay, so some people will say, yeah, but I'm B2B. I sell to corporations. No, you don't. A corporation has never bought one single thing. The person in charge of buying for that corporation buys, and that's a human. You look like you wanted to say something.
No, I don't want to interrupt you, but I've got a question percolate, so I'll wait for the right time.
Okay. All right. So the slow way to do this would say, all right, Jeff showed us how to do that one template. I'm just going to go figure it out for myself. Best of luck. Hope you have lots of time and energy. The fast way is to get involved in the content cash flow system. All right. So here's what you get. Every one of these 37 plus and all the other genius templates coming are broken down into these, 7 things. There's only 6 up there. A mini workshop and video training, which is about a half hour to 45 minutes. The genius template itself, the checklist. I call them examples of genius templates in the wild. Examples where I've used them and my students have used them. There's also a copy and paste where you can just copy the outline, Jim, and paste it right into Medium and start filling it in. Okay. The genius template audio experience and the transcript. Okay. Add all that up together. It's a 682 value times 37, 25,234. Okay. Now, if that's all you got, that'd be pretty cool. But you're also going to get weekly content cash flow training, monthly Q&A, and a 30-day free test drive of my membership, Content Profit Nation. Okay.
That's a cool name, by the way. I like that name, by the way, Jeff. Content Profit Nation. That's pretty cool.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I do.
You're good with helping with names. And so here's, again, let me reiterate this. The getting all the other further templates, the weekly content cash flow training, and the monthly Q&A are new things. That's why come Sunday, it's going to be the initial investment plus $47 a month.
Okay.
Which comes up to 580 something. You want to save that 580 something. Now's the time to get in, because you get grandfathered in with all of this stuff at this one rate. And I've got one more webinar to do tomorrow to my community, and then that's shutting down Sunday. And people are going to pay $47 a month or 500 something a year. So I'd rather you save some money. Okay.
Nothing wrong
So
with
add
that.
that together. 26025. And this is my insane, people call me crazy, custom bonus. Fast action bonus. Custom 30-day marketing plan. $9.97 value. I will send you a series of questions. You answer them, send it back to me. I'll plug them into what I use, and I'll give you a 30-day custom marketing plan, custom, unique to you, based on what you've told me. Okay. And the beauty of it is, 30 days is a long time online. So you could do this for 30 days and then use it again, because you're going to have new people and most folks won't remember. Okay. Add that together. We're talking 27 and change. Now, having done a lot of these, I'm guessing there's some of you thinking, $27,000 value. This is going to be way out of my price range. Trust me on this. Okay. Now, if information alone did it, any of us could walk into a Barnes and Noble or over to Amazon and come out completely self-actualized, right? You got to do something. You got to take action on the cool stuff you saw today. So there's the lineup again of everything you get. Okay, here's your guarantee. The content cash flow system with the 7 content superpowers and Genius template doesn't. This is why I like doing these webinars this way, because I can always fix my typos. Through the magic of internet marketing, right? Doesn't help you create content cash flow, then we'll refund your investment or spend personal time with you to make sure you get content cash flow. Because I found, Jim, there's usually 1 or 2 things that hang people up.
That's my experience. And I bought a lot of programs over the years. I've created a lot of programs. It's usually one little thing that's hanging up.
Yep. You can get that fixed. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Okay. So again, there's everything and the value. Y'all remember that TV show several years ago on Friday nights when they did
the bus
makeover? Move that bus. Exactly. So I want you guys to yell as loudly as you can in the chat. Move that slide. Or if you want to do it quicker, just do MTS. Okay.
MTS.
Those are
there's a delay on the comments, so
yeah,
I don't want to.
Yeah. So I'm
we're at a crescendo. We know it's coming.
I know. I got in a couple in. So
move that slide.
All right. You get all this stuff, all the templates, all the training, the weekly training, the monthly Q&A, and all future templates. Okay. So I don't just say, here, go buy this. Thank you, Dana. I work with you every week and have an open Q&A once a month. Okay. So
and
you
no,
get all of this
monthly fee if you're in before Sunday.
That's right. Here, I'm reminding you about that. Absolutely. Last time this will be offered at the original investment, April 10th, monthly payments have been added. Get in now and save thousands. Okay. So $297 one-time investment. That's it. Okay. At smartcontintincome.com/Jim.sp. I'm going to try to put it in from over here, Jim, but I might not be able to. So if you can put that in the chat for me and put it up,
okay.
that would be awesome. Now, here's the good news. That's not bad. Okay. And there's also option of 2 payments of $157 or 4 payments of $87. In other words, you can get started today for $87, $157, or $297. Because the very first thing I'll do after this is make sure everybody's connected. Now, it's set to do that automatically, but I've learned over time that sometimes the magic robots take a nap, and I don't want that to happen to you.
Yeah. I'm unable to type into the chat for some reason.
Okay, so, well, it's there. You guys, I was trying to make it easy for you, but you guys can certainly, type that into your browser and go to smartcontintincome.com.
If Gregory's still there, he'll do it. He's always stepping up.
Thank you, Gregory. If you'll do that. I forgot about that to ask. I used to, when I first started teaching live video, I called everybody accomplices. So Craig, if you can be my accomplice and type this in, that would be awesome. Okay. So again, the 30-day guarantee, and there's your options. $297 one time, best deal, $157 twice, or $87 4 times. I always like to leave a genius tip from my buddy Al Einstein. One of the funniest graffitis I ever saw, Jim, was in a place called Hobbit Hoagie near the FSU campus. And all their hoagies were like the Gandalf and the Bilbo and the, you know. But in this one booth on the wall was written E equals MC squared with a grade of C plus with a little asterisk by it. And underneath was the asterisk said, next time, Al, show your work. So I thought that was a great one. Thank you for that, Julie. She's our first accomplice. Yay, Julie. Okay. So,
good old Julie Barton.
And thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Awesome. So what I want you guys to do is templatize your enterprise. No more staring at a blank screen. No more blank screen syndrome. No more blinking cursor. No more writer's block. Do the process you saw today regularly, daily or weekly. You're going to get more prospects, more publicity, and more profits. It's just not possible not to. And this gives you an additional source of monthly residual income on Medium. You guys, I've got it set up to where Medium puts it in Stripe, and Stripe sends it, this one particular thing, to one particular card, okay? And so I just let that grow during the year, okay? And then either use it for Christmas stuff, or, you know, if we really want to take a cool trip, I use it for that, okay? So, and again, everything changes on Sunday. This is the time to get in and save your bucks. Unless you want to do the same price and then do monthly payments, but I'd rather you not. Yeah.
Jeff would rather have you buy it on Monday, but
well, yeah, there is that, but I want to take good care of Jim's people. Okay?
Yeah. That sounds like a great program. So Jeff, can I ask you a couple of questions and then we'll jet out of here.
Back the other way.
Yeah. So stop there. So the content creation, I get that. The mistakes, those are the different ways you're going to create content. Articles. Here's your 3 secrets, universal laws, blah, blah, blah. And there's different content, and you obviously want to mix it up. The promotion, those are the platforms. I get that. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, etc. That's where the stuff's going, right? The various platforms. Right. Now, the profit creation, you're saying that when you post this different content all along, you can turn each post or a group of posts into a course or info product, mini course, ebook. Do I have that correct?
You have that correct. For instance, if we did the 3 myths, I could do a module for each myth, name the myth, talk about how it shows up, and then tell them what to do instead. Do a case study on it. Okay.
You know, the other thing that occurs to me is, in my coaching program, a lot of people say, oh, I want to do this. What do you think of this idea? And I always ask, is this the big thing? Is this the back end? Or is this the stair-stepping way to the big thing? So with this content cash flow system, unless Jeff has not explained it correctly, which is probably not the case, this isn't going to make you, $1 million. But when people are opting into your list and therefore you're feeding them information, you're dripping to them, etc. If they're buying an ebook, whether it's $5 or $10, $20, whatever, that again is not going to put your kids through college. But when they consume that content, they're sort of paying you to market to them. Is that fair, Jeff?
That's very fair. And let me add something to that. Okay. And I'll let you represent the audience.
Okay.
Because of the delay. Would you like to know how to get paid to create your first or next product?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Look
answer.
At that. Everybody says yes. Go ahead. The floor is
Absolutely.
yours.
Thank you. Okay. I call it my backstage pass system. Let's say you're going to sell a new mini course for $197. Okay. So what you would do on the front end is announce it to your community, either by email or doing a webinar. Thank you for that. Yes, Peg. Yay, Peg. And then you would teach a little bit from it. Okay. And then you would offer them a backstage pass. Remember, the course is going to be $197, right? But you're going to offer it as a backstage pass at $97. And you're going to do the videos live with them there. So they get to be there live. They get input. They get have their questions asked, right? So before you even put the first bit on a product, let's say you sold 10 backstage passes at $97, well, you're getting paid a little under $1,000 to create a course that later you'll sell for more. So you're getting paid on the front end, and then you've got an asset you can use forever.
Right.
Backstage pass system.
So my original program, No Hassle Newsletter, still goes today. It's basically on autopilot, right?
Yeah.
So I used to have this ebook called Newsletter Secrets Revealed. That was like my first info product. And I sold that for $47. And then I was going to be on, here's a name you'll probably remember, Allie Brown. She used to be
I remember that. She used to be
known as the Easing Queen. That's right. Before she's now a high-powered coach. But she's go, oh, well, Jim, you're the print newsletter guy. I'm the email newsletter gal, right? And so she interviewed me for her audience, which was quite a throw for me way back when. And she said, but the only thing is that $47 ebook, we've got to make that $97. Now, in full disclosure, this is one of those Jim embarrassing moments. I'm like, oh my God, we sold a crap ton of them at $97, and it was a PDF download, right? And I've obviously repurposed that content 200 ways from Sunday throughout the years, still generating interest in No Hassle newsletters. And again, you could say, well, $97, I think I probably sold easily $300-400 at that point before my real books came out for $20. Right. So I was, wow. Yeah. So,
that's not bad.
But the thing is, that's when I wanted to introduce that question about, is there a back end, or is this the money making thing? Jeff I don't believe Jeff's saying this is how you're going to make a fortune. No, this is how you're getting paid to market to prospective customers. So when somebody bought my ebook, which didn't suck, and then they became a No Hassle newsletter client, my average client stays 38 months. So $197 times 38 months, that's the back end I'm talking about. So this system is going to make you money, but it's also going to put people into your funnel so you can market to them and have them get into whatever your quote unquote, your real money-making program is. I hope I did you justice for that.
You did a good job with that. And I'll tell you a story about that. Years ago, I was coming back from somewhere. I'm trying to make it to Atlanta to do a preview call for the first course I ever taught, article writing and marketing secrets. We're talking 08, right? I had to stop in Charlotte somewhere. I couldn't make it. Got in, set up my webinar. I'm listening to the last time I did this. Actually, it was a teleseminar. That's how long ago it was. So I was listening to the old one, make sure I didn't leave anything out. And I heard myself congratulate 3 people in a row, like I always do when people come in, and congrats to everybody who's coming in, by the way. And I stopped in my tracks in my hotel room. I thought, wait a minute, all 3 of those people are in my higher level programs.
Oh, wow.
And then I ran the numbers, and this has been consistent from 07 through now. A full third of the people that take one of my courses ends up in one of my higher level programs. Okay. So yeah, this is the front end. And I mean, you get residual income from your articles, and you can put your content everywhere else too. It's not just media. And then you sell the front end, and then they're going to fall in love with you and get the rest of your stuff too.
That's awesome. Jeff, Jim, I think go ahead.
Well, you were talking about your first ebook, right?
Yeah.
I talked to somebody yesterday or Monday. They used to do, they lived out of a travel trailer, and traveled the country, right? Mm-hmm. And then heard about this ebook stuff. So this woman's first ebook was how to take care of your trailer septic tank. Okay?
Oh, nice.
So her first ebook was about poop.
Yep.
And that's a great calling card,
Yeah. There's also, Steph and I were listening to a mini podcast about how, money making opportunities, just because this guy's pretty interesting. Somebody started a blog. She was, let's just say, in her 50s or 60s, about letting your hair go to gray naturally and not fighting it and colorizing it. And this was her experience, but also experience with, I guess, different products, whatever. Her blog is making 6 figures about hair turning gray and being okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty crazy.
For anything online. Yeah. And of course, I'm partial to her because this started when I was 21.
Maybe you've heard of the blog. I don't know. But anyway.
I could certainly be a case study.
Jeff, this was awesome. I'm telling you this. One of the things I admire, and I rarely use my Dream Business Radio interview format to do a webinar like this,
I've
And I
never seen you do one before.
I even more rarely endorse somebody or a product, but I've known you for a dozen years. You've been in my program for a long time. I know you're just you're a great man and generous and good heart, and all that, which is why you're on my program now.
Thank you. I'm honored.
So I just think this is an amazing program. As far as, I mean, one of my calls today with my mastermind members, we're just starting their book. We're starting a new book actually on Tuesday. The one I'm referencing, we started 2 weeks ago, and we're still waiting for the first content. And so I had to use some of the stuff you shared about he says, I got blank page syndrome. So I gave him 2 or 3 things. Do this, do this, do this. And it really is a real thing. And the reason you want to fix your blank page syndrome is because, again, you have to feed the content marketing beast. Like it or not, we live and exist. Our businesses live and die and grow on the amount of content you can put out there. People that follow me closely for a long time say, didn't you post that like 3 weeks ago? Didn't you just do? It doesn't matter, in a way, to sound weird. I already got you. I'm marketing to all the other people, right? In full disclosure, I mean, that's what it is.
Come in since you did that before.
Now, when I'm in travel mode now, right? So I'm a little less, because I don't, when I'm driving the boat, I'm looking for crab pots. I'm looking to stay safe. So there's days now, like in the next 6 weeks, where I'll be a little less so, but then I'll come in at night and I'll throw my stuff up there, or I'll throw it in the morning. But it's all designed to grow the know, like, and trust factor and get people. And the reason you want to have multiple platforms of content, the reason you want to promote all your content across multiple platforms, is people consume information in different ways. So they might read an ebook, they might go to a webinar, they might go to a live cast or whatever. So you have to do this. And I think this content cash flow system that Jeff is talking about makes it very easy to get stuff down and then turn it into different programs. So anyway, I endorse it. Which is obviously why I had him on my program.
Thank you.
Anything further, Jeff?
I want to read a little testimonial for you.
Okay.
Look at that front end, back end stuff. Here it is. Okay. So this is from a woman who has bought a lot of stuff from me. She spent thousands of dollars with me. And pause. I'm going to pick on Peg for a second. Peg, you have this. So can you let everybody know they should get it and why? Okay. I'm going to pick on her for a little bit there. She got in one of my higher level programs, and there was just between her website and my system, it took us a good week to get it set up right. It was just kind of weird. And it turned out it was on her end, right? Okay. This is the end of a long thank you she wrote to me. I thank the Lord that he led you into this field and gave you skills and talents for teaching. Thank you for using your gift of teaching to help others. I thank him for leading me to your training. Of all the many webinars, books, and trainings on how to write and market, your style tools are at the top. That's just the facts, no flattery. In gratitude, okay? So folks, you get something like that, and then you think, well, I don't want to create content today. And the answer becomes, so, right? Because things like that will light you up for days. And, the lifestyle's not so bad either, right?
Very good. All right, Jeff, let's wrap it up. So the website is smartcontentincome.com, smartcontentincome.com, no spaces, /Jim-SP.
That's it.
And that offers good through Sunday, where you get all this stuff, the 30-day guarantee. Jeff will work with you personally. If it doesn't work for a couple of years, no, until it works. And then
until it works,
until it works. So what if it is 2 years? I guess, oh well. Oh wait, I'll have to put this up there.
Thank you, Peg. It's
wow, that's nice. That's awesome.
Ooh, I like that one.
I love Peg. She's awesome. Thank you so much, Peg. So that wraps up this webinar. Look at that, 4:00, right on the money. I told Jeff I want to be out of here in an hour. I'm done for the day. So that wraps up this webinar, folks, with Mr. Jeff Herring. Again, that is smartcontentincome.com /Jim-SP. As always, you can connect with me at getjimpalmer.com. If you're interested in being part of this amazing mastermind, which is most of the people I bring on are in the Dream Business Mastermind. It'd be a hell of a good decision on your part. That's dreambizcoaching.com, dreambizcoaching.com. dreamcoaching.com. Remember, you can still get digital copies of all of my books. Let me reach back here. I'll grab two of them that I can reach. All digital copies of my books on Kindle, obviously at Amazon, at Nook Books, at Barnes & Noble, which is bnn.com, and the iBook store. And it's not a promotion. It's nothing. You can just get them. That's part of, I'm building my legacy because, well, my hair is not like Jeff's color. My beard certainly is. So I'm building my legacy. This is how I'm going to help more people. That's it. Okay. Until this time next week, another fantastic interview. I'm Captain Jim Palmer, the Dream Business Coach, and you take good care.